Hi everyone, and welcome to your daily tarot reading for Friday the 10th of February. I want to use the Arthurian tarot for today's reading. Let me show you some of these cards before I choose three. So, oh wow, look at how beautiful. So we've got the kind of Glastonbury tour, which I always love to see. It's the Camelot Avalon theme here. It kind of reminds me of the Druidcraft tarot. Wow, look at that. The drama. Okay, so I'm just going to shuffle these a few times and then I'm going to choose three cards to see what's going on here on Friday. So let's have a look. First card is Grail 9. Okay, so that's the 9 of Cups. Then we've got the King of Swords, the Sword King, and the 8 of Spears, which is the 8 of Wands. Wow. Okay, so the Sword King is someone who's mastered the element of air. And air is about communication, perspective, making decisions. You could think of him as a judge, as someone who's very, very specialized, very educated, knows how to get the information that he doesn't know. He's in a leadership position. He's reasonable. He's unemotional. He sees things very, very clearly. And this is who you want to have on your side if you're going into court, or if you're dealing with anything contract related, if you're having a discussion with someone and you're trying to hash things out. Embodying the Sword King energy is really helpful for clear communication, for getting to some sort of resolution by sharing differing opinions and then really coming to some sort of agreement. So he's the mediator, he's a diplomat, and the Sword King appearing here today means that when it comes to anything information related, you're really massively empowered. So it's a good day to send off job applications, to look at legal stuff, to get things organized. Anything where you're able to work with kind of form and structure in an intellectual sense, the Sword King will really help you. The 9 of Cups is a minor arcana card, and the minor arcanas go from the ace all the way up to 10. So by the time you're here, the 8s, 9s, and 10s, you got a lot of that energy. Grail is water. That's all about love and connection, spiritual connection, creativity, music, healing. So the fact that we've got the 9 of Cups here is a lot of water coming into the day, so the opportunity to connect with others. But the 9 of Cups in itself is about your hopes and dreams being realized. So it's a important kind of sign via the cards that anything to do with your relationships is going to go really well, is going to feel very easy, and that you have absolutely no problem connecting with others. So this card here, we've got this cauldron. That's interesting. I think in the weekly horoscope, I was talking about a cauldron of love. So I think so, because someone mentioned something like that in the comments, and I was like, did I say that? But here we have a cauldron of love too. So the emotions are kind of simmering, but in a good way. We've got these hot coals. So the feelings heat up. There's potential for passion. There's potential for transformation here. Some of the water is evaporating. So, you know that feeling of letting something go and watching it float off in the universe. Imagine the water here. You put an intention into that. Like, my dream is to have a wonderful relationship, or my dream is to enjoy a great family life, or my dream is to move somewhere. And to then heat that up, to get passionate about it, and to then see that intention, that water, kind of evaporate and float off into the universe. I find that so charming. I remember I did something when I was doing some personal inventory work, and we wrote things down and then burnt the paper. It's the same vibe. It's about presenting something that only exists for you as such, and getting into your feelings about it, and then doing this ritual to release. I'm an earth sign, I'm a Virgo, so I love rituals. I love anything like that. Okay, so the Nine of Cups is encouraging you to look at what are your hopes and dreams, what would you like to manifest in the world, and it's encouraging you to have enthusiasm and to warm up your own heart and to allow yourself to hope and dream and to see what can happen. And then if you combine that with the Sword King, that's confidence. Like if we're talking about hopes and dreams, that's something that's very personal, isn't it? That makes us vulnerable. I wouldn't express my hopes and dreams to just anybody. So the fact that we have then this uber responsible Sword King, he's going to help you realize your hopes and dreams because he sees things so clearly. He'll know exactly what steps to take to get things moving. I just want to go back to the engraving stuff here on this cauldron. They keep drawing my attention. So we've got this person at the center who looks kind of like he's performing some holy ritual, but his hands are cupped together like that. To me, it's showing, the hands are in front of the heart chakra. So it's about sharing the love. And then I see these two wild boars coming in. So that's like you're providing the warmth. You're warming things up. You have a desire to connect and to realize your hopes and dreams. And that is then going to be attractive to others around you. So you become a magnet that pulls other people in by getting into your heart center and sending it out into the world. Oh, wow, this is amazing. Okay, finally, we've got the Eight of Spears. That's the Eight of Wands. And the Eight of Wands is big news coming in. It's Wands in itself is fire, so spears is fire. And fire has to do with the things you're passionate about in life, the things that motivates you, the things that fill you with drive and power and enthusiasm. And again, this is a minor arcana card, and we've got an 8 here, so there's lots of fire coming in now. So we've got all three elements. We've got water, air, and fire. We've got no earth. Earth is about career, and it's about practical circumstances. So the card is saying here, that's not going to be your main focus. I don't think what's going to be your main focus is realizing and manifesting your hopes and dreams, figuring out how to do that, and then getting things moving. So we do have 8 spears. We have all this fire. And here we've got a lot of movement in the card. We've got all this water rushing through and one spear floating along very, very quickly. And again, it brings me back to this cauldron because there's no stopping the emotions today. I don't think you're going to be in the dark about what it is you want, what's important to you, and where you want to go next. So if you've been feeling directionless or like stuck, nothing is moving here, things really speed up and move forward. So it's something that you have a lot of control over, because if you ask yourself what warms my heart, so to speak, and then I'm going to try and figure out how to bring more of that into my life, you'll get things moving very quickly. So it's all down to you kind of getting clear on what it is you want. And I really don't think that is going to be a struggle for you on this day. Okay, so number-wise, we've got 9. And then the King of Swords counts as 1. So that's 10. And 8 is 18. 1 and 8 is 9. And 9 in numerology is spirituality and completion. So a cycle completes. I feel you really understand something. So the penny drops. Boom, I get it. Now I can move ahead with it. That then allows you to start a whole new cycle, and one you're very passionate about. A new direction or a new doorway appears in your life on this day, and you're able to sail on through. And now that I've said that, I'm just seeing that the cards themselves are all doorways. Yeah, so you're certainly not going to feel stuck on this day. And I think the spirituality side of things, that's the clarity of your feelings. That you're not going to sit there deciphering what's going on for you. You'll just know. Wow. Okay, so I hope you have a wonderful day. If you would like a personal reading with me, please get in touch via my website. It's gregoryscott.com. On the front page, click on Book Your Reading to audio reading with me. In my personal readings, I use the tarot, astrology, numerology, and my intuition, and I combine all of them to answer any questions you may have. So if you're questioning your life purpose or what's coming up in future relationships, please do get in touch with me for a personal reading. And if you like this video, give it a thumbs up, please hit subscribe and share it online. Have an amazing day, and I'll speak to you tomorrow.